football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the SMU Mustangs, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Seminoles will kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Back open in the middle. Guys, let's have a look at SMU. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. He's got it inside the 25. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And the Mustangs will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Bust through behind his pad. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, SMU!
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
Going with the ground game plan. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Timeout, SMU.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And the Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a man. It's Glenn. He wants to take the top off. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Great coverage, and it's so hard when the ball's thrown down the field to stay patient. Like, not to grab the guy, not to start to overreact to the football. Nice job staying a little bit patient when the ball got there, deflecting it, knocking it down.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Back to the ground game on the left.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick handoff. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Pulls and fired complete. Breaks into the open. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The Mustangs will have it 1st and 10. They go to the ground. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mustangs!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gibson. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with... Turning it on! Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
They'll ride the hot hand, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
He rifles one deep down the right side. He's loose. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell a quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Finds his tight end. Got room at the 35. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36. And a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The handoff to Johnson. Slithers into space. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go right back to him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. The corners are walked up tight. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Going to take a shot at this DB. And he makes the catch inside the 20.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
That chunk play has them in business, set up with a 1st down in the red zone. grabbed behind the line. It's Knight. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
The give to the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
And the Mustangs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Motion from the wideout. Using his feet. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown, SMU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. USF put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Bulls had 0 issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. Always fun to see 2 of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
That's caught. It's McCoy. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Noles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quick completion to the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Oh, that's just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense. you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
42 spike.
He's got it again. Got enough for the first down. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And his offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. They're working that left side. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
The Seminoles trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Quarterback Steve trying to power his way ahead for a few. Second and goal for this offense.
Let's go.
Give to the fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose and no running room there.
Man, that hurts because 2nd down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's 3rd down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Got a man. It's Knight. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Jennings. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
3rd and long. He has to throw for it. Working that left side. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Got it behind the line. It's Moore. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Cooper. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Mustangs will line it up on 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. There he goes. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the spin move bought him a little time, just not a lot of yardage.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw at the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Glenn. Quickly out to the tight end. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. Oh, he's got some space. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away he wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Glenn. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring in 3rd.
You got to give the defense a ton of credit there on 3rd down, able to force that incompletion on an absolute bomb. You can see why defensive coordinators get nervous facing this quarterback. He has tremendous arm talent. He threw that thing more than 60 yards in the air. But the defenders on the back end stayed in position, made sure there wasn't a catch. That was a fantastic play defensively.
He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On the run, it's Gibson. Makes it past the marker. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. He got it. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Mustangs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Florida State.
Okay, ready? Easy.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Glenn. That's caught. It's Robinson.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the Noles can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that fourth down and failing to convert there has to sting. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
And the Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Mustangs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And I think third and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football. Now you got a fourth down situation.
Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term breaks into the open. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Little touch pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Back to pass, it's Glenn. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 2nd down. The short hands, it's McCoy. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Got his man downfield. Touchdown, no! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. At the 35, he's loose. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
When you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Mustangs are marching down the field. To the ground, he's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
They get to him as he throws.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Fires to the wideout. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Mustangs line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. One final play before the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Gibson. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play.
3:25.
To the air, it's Glenn. Caught in the backfield, it's Gibson. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Seminoles really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his target down the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the...
And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. Taking it the other way. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Mustangs!
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. And remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves, but what a play.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Central Michigan has the lead right now. Mount Pleasant has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by just 1 over Ball State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
To the air, it's Glenn. Catch in the middle, it's Pittman. That kind of play will get a drive started or help with field position. They've got it at the 27.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. He's now up to 104 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll give it to him again. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Knowles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
With the catch, it's Pittman. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, I think this running back has proved in this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? And a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Glenn. Right on the money. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
Let's go.
Makes the grab. It's McCoy. Turning it on. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. They'll go to the air. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a